Welcome to the B.A.S.H podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the book Night. My name's Olivia.
And my name's Braden.
And
um, what are your initial thoughts after chapter 1 versus the end of the book?
At first, I thought the book really wasn't gonna be about the Holocaust, but once we got more into the chapters, then finally realized that it was about something really serious.
Yeah, towards the beginning of the book, I thought it was just about a kid's story, and then as soon as I got to like chapter 3 and 4, then I started realizing what was actually happening in the main story and the conflict.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on Night, how do you think Eliza feels that America knew the whole time?
I was pretty sure thought he was pretty mad at how he had said his Nobel Peace Prize speech, because he was talking about how he had to tell a little Jew kid that America knew the whole time, and that he had to live with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he was pretty upset because he thought that the Americans were just, or the whole world was just letting it happen, basically. So that's why he was like, pretty angry at everyone.
How did you visualize the work and concentration camps?
I thought that the concentration camps were going to be like people actually beating them, but at the beginning of the book, it didn't talk about that till around paragraph 6 and 7 when they actually beat him in a box. And in the work camps, I just thought it didn't even feel like it was hard work, because they didn't even talk about them working the whole book.
Yeah, they didn't, but they did bring up some things, but they did work, especially when they were like super tired, and like they woke up like really early and still have to work the next day. Even if they're hungry, they still have to work. So
Who would y'all recommend this book to?
I would recommend it to basically our generation, because most people don't really pay attention to the Holocaust. They just think, oh, the Holocaust, it was just a bad thing that happened like years ago. But
yeah, I'd say this generation too, because everyone in their phones nowadays, they don't can go back and look actually what happened years ago.
Are you all recording?
What did the soup taste like to the prisoners after the little boy dies?
In the book, they said it tasted like corpses.
Yeah.
But of course, they're not going to be feeding them humans. But after seeing that horrific scene,
Where he was still alive,
yeah, and
probably left a bad taste in your mouth, and it was probably used metaphorically.
yeah.
How many siblings did Eliza have?
I believe it was 2.
No, I think it was 3. Yeah.
He had 2 sisters. I know the sisters.
Yeah, I know. And he had at least a sister and a mom, because they had got split up from Lisa and his father.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they had 2 younger siblings too.
Mm-hmm.
What were the 8 words that haunted Eliza?
It was men to the left and women to the right, and that split up Eliza's family.
Mm-hmm. And it reminds him of when he was separated from his family.
True or false? Someone was yelling about fire in the train.
It was true.
True. It was a lady with her little son.
Discuss the relationship between Eliza and his father.
It was really, at first it was no relationship, because his father wouldn't really show emotion usually with his family, but towards when they arrived in Auschwitz, they began to become closer, because Eliza didn't want to be separated from him.
Yeah, they didn't have a good feeling until later in the book, where they were at the camp and he gave him his inheritance. I think that was like the climax that sparked their relationship again.
Okay. Speaking about inheritance, what was the inheritance Eliza's father gave him?
A knife and a spoon.
Yeah.
What is the theme of the overall book?
Yeah,
I'd say, for me, I'd say don't take anything for granted because you have like your family and all that, and then the next day everyone gets split up and you don't know what happens to them.
and treat humans how they want to be treated, because that was, during that time, it was really dehumanizing of the Germans and what they did to the Jews.
What did Eliza and his father lie to the officers about?
They lie about their age, because if they lie because if they were younger than 18 and older than 40, then they would die.
Yeah, they would be sent to the gas chambers.
What happened to Moshi the
Beetle.
The
beetle?
He had got taken and went to the forest, and they made him dig trenches, and then they killed everyone there.
Yeah,
But
and he also saw babies being tossed up in the air and shot like targets, and was traumatized.
What was Hitler's promise?
that every Jew would be killed by 12.
Okay.
Okay.
What camps were Eliza and his father in?
They were in Auschwitz and Buna.
Yeah. Thank you for watching the B.A.S.H podcast, a book about something horrible. Thank you for listening in.